Hi everyone, it's Heather here at Creative Faith Art Studio, and today I wanted to show you my December daily. I guess this would be what this is. I've never had one. I've never made a traveler's notebook cover before out of fabric, and I had posted pictures just a little bit ago on my Instagram and my Facebook page, and I wanted to show you how it turned out after I decorated the cover a little more and added the pages. So I'm going to just flip through it really quickly. Probably not going to have time to post my or record a video for my actual entry in my December daily, so I think I'm going to try to do a weekly post, or maybe every few days, because I usually don't journal every day, so it just makes sense for me to not try, because it's just the days get filled up really quickly. So here's the cover. I made this from a table runner, so it was 40 inches long and 12 inches wide, and I cut it down and you know, folded it in half, and I stitched in pockets and put this nice lace on the back, and did ran the elastics through, so it's got 4 elastics running through the spine, and so it's holding 4 signatures right now. 3 semi full size, and then one of the little notebooks that I made. I cut the edges off so it would fit, so I didn't have to worry about misplacing that. So and then I just added a few little things. So this little tie here, this green fabric, is the same fabric I used to hide the raw edge of the sorry, my mind just is not working. Hide the raw edge of the table runner, and then I also put it behind the lace, because when I just had the lace on the quilted pattern, you really couldn't see it. So I liked the dark green behind it. I messed up a couple things, and again, I'm totally fine with it, but I wanted to point out a couple things. Like when I stitched on the lace, I had it all pinned together, and then I was in a hurry to sew it together because I wanted to get it done, and so I didn't pin this down well enough, so my lace got a little screwy, and and then this trim ended up catching in the sewing machine, and so it pulled over to one side. And so I just added a couple things to hide a few imperfections, but I really none of that really bothers me. I added these buttons, which I think are kind of cute, in this little red bow. I did have jingle bells up here, but they just weren't staying on, so I just took them off. I did there's a little love charm and a jingle bell here. And then I had this patch that I got from Sticky Club, and some buttons that I found from some crafting supplies that I bought like years ago. So that was kind of fun. And then I also just added a little bit more to the cover. Because it was really white, and I had tea dyed all my pages, and so I just thought it was a little too white for the inside. So I ended up adding a little gesso to the cover. I tried to use a stencil on it, and that just kind of soaked in and spread out because the gesso was kind of thin. So then once that dried, I'd use this gold acrylic paint over it, and I'm super happy. It's got a little bit more substance to the cover, and it has a kind of a neat scratchy feel to it. So I like that, but then yet I still have this nice soft, cotton fabric up here. So I love it. So then I'll just show you the inside quickly. All of the inserts, except for the little one, are made from my printables on my website. So except I did throw in a couple pieces of Christmas sheet music that I had. So I printed the whole set full size, and I printed it front and back. And then I printed the whole set 4 on a page. So picture this, but big, and that would be like a full size, full page size. And these I printed one-sided. And then I tea-dyed everything, and I don't know if you watched my other video about my happy accidents. My printer prints in wax, and so when I put it in the oven to dry, of course the wax melted, and it put the front and back that I had printed, it made it bleed through to the other side. So I had a really cool effect. Super, super happy about that. So these are the little, what I thought I could use as journaling cards. I didn't do anything with them because I like the way both of the sides turned out. I was originally going to stitch them together so I'd have a thicker card, but I didn't do it because I thought maybe I'd want to use them in a different way. So I have a stack of those, and then I have these are the front and back of the postcards that are in the kit. Actually, these are freebies on my website. You can download those. And then I have 2 more sets of these that I stitched together to make pockets, and you'll see those are in a separate area here. So when I'll show you that first. So with the sheet music that I had, I made another little folder so I could put some other things in here. So I printed a few things from the kit. These are some tags that I had made before, and so I stuck those in here for journaling. And then here are these are some journaling cards I did stitch together. And then here's a little pocket that I stitched together. So, and I did the same thing with those postcards. So I have, and those are in the pocket back here. So I thought this was just really simple. You know, it was a bigger book. I folded it in half and then folded the corners back, and then just stitched around it. So it's old paper though, so it did crack in the back. I'll probably have to reinforce that with some washi tape or something. But for now it's good. And then here are the other pockets. So you see I just took the postcard and I just stitched, around 3 sides, so I have a little pocket. I can tape that in to the journal wherever I would like to. So I like the way those turned out. And the cover just has, because I folded up the bottom of it, it just has a little pocket, narrow pocket on this side, and the wider pocket on this side. So let me just flip through the signatures quick. I did a little stitching. I really kept this basic. I didn't do a lot with decorating because I want to take care of that when I journal. And so here are the pages. So this dot grid pattern paper is also a freebie on my website. And again, I just printed that front and back, and then I tea-dyed it. So, and obviously if you don't have waterproof paper, or not the ink that's not paper, I'm sorry. If you don't have waterproof ink or ink that's not permanent, then obviously your ink may bleed if you tea stain it after you print. So just, keep that in mind if you plan on doing something like tea staining it. But I love the way that bled through from one side to the next. Again, this is where the wax melted through. Again, pretty basic. Just, I did a little stenciling here with that gold, the same that's on the cover, and I did 1 page in each signature. This I sewed a pocket in, because again, this page, I had used part of the, the other half of this, the other section of this page. So I just stitched it together. I stitched a doily in each section, for each signature. This is that little one, and this I made a few of these and brought them down to the shop in Monticello, Illinois. And this is the one that got damaged, so I kept this one for myself. I just trimmed off the edges so it would fit in my new notebook, so I'd have that. So this is the second signature. They're all very similar. They each have a doily. I stitched a little fabric on. This one I put this little, I don't know if you can see that. This is a little charm that says joy. There's that sheet music I threw in. And this is a doily that I had scanned in. I have a lot of postcards, Christmas postcards and things that I'd like to add. So I have my own kind of stash of stuff, but I thought the pocket, you know, having some things in the journal would be nice. And then here is, this wraps around the last signature, the little folder. And then here is the last signature. So again, stitched a little tab on here, just, you know, before I sewed it all together. And I did, in this, for the sake of time, I did just use my machine to stitch this. I didn't stitch these signatures together by hand. I just ran them under the machine because I had it out, and yeah. So that's it. I'm really happy with the way it turned out. I'm anxious to journal in it. Work is not going to allow me to do that right now, but I hope to get something in tomorrow and Sunday. So, and when I do, I will share it with you. So, thanks so much for watching, and if you have any comments or feedback, or, you know, I posted on Facebook and Instagram, I was looking for ideas to journal about. I think I found some prompts that I was going to use, but if you have any ideas, I would love to hear them, because again, I've never done a December daily before, and so I yeah, on those days when I'm a little stuck, it'd be nice if I had some ideas from you. So appreciate it so much, and thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.